You get up, walk to the bathroom, close the door. 3 seconds pass, and then a small paw appears under the gap, then another. Then the sound of a cat pressing its full body weight against the door with quiet, absolute determination. You have been in there for less than a minute. You will be out in 2 more. None of this information matters to your cat. Most people find this funny, maybe a little inconvenient, and assume it's just one of those things cats do. Clingy, nosy, dramatic. But there are 5 distinct reasons your cat follows you to the bathroom, and not one of them is clinginess. Together, they say something about how your cat sees you and how much you matter to them that most owners never fully understand. I saved the most important one for the very end. Let's start with the door. 1. The closed door is a broken world. Most people think your cat wants to come into the bathroom specifically, that there's something in there worth investigating. The water, the tiles, the smell. But what actually triggers the response is not what's inside the bathroom, it's the door itself. Cats are territorial animals whose sense of safety and security is built on one thing: complete, uninterrupted knowledge of their environment. Every room, every sound, every corner of the space they have claimed as home. Their nervous system needs that map to be whole, consistent, without gaps. A closed door doesn't just block a room, it removes a room from the map entirely. And a map with a missing section means unknown risk. Something could be happening in there that your cat cannot assess, cannot monitor, cannot respond to. The anxiety that produces is not dramatic or irrational. It is the direct output of an instinct that has kept cats alive for millions of years. Studies on feline environmental stress, including extensive research from the Indoor Cat Initiative at Ohio State University, consistently show that restricted access to any part of their home raises cortisol levels in cats measurably within minutes. The closed door is not a minor inconvenience. It is a genuine disruption to the system their nervous system depends on. And here is the part most people never consider. The bathroom door is the one door in most homes that gets closed routinely, every day, multiple times. No other room gets that treatment. From your cat's perspective, the bathroom is the one place in their world that keeps disappearing and reappearing without explanation. When I sketch cats outside closed doors, that specific posture, paw against the gap, body tilted slightly forward, what I always tried to capture is how the tension lives in the shoulders. Not aggressive tension, watchful tension. The particular quality of an animal holding very still because they cannot yet see what they need to see. 2. You are their safe base, and you just disappeared. Most people understand that cats are attached to their owners. What most people underestimate is what that attachment actually means at a biological level, and what happens to a cat when that attachment figure suddenly becomes inaccessible. Research at the University of Lincoln applied formal attachment theory to the cat-owner relationship and found that cats display classic secure attachment behaviors with their primary caregiver, the same pattern seen in human infants bonded to a parent. Proximity seeking, distress on separation, relief and calm on return. For a securely attached cat, you are not just a person they like. You are the anchor point of their entire felt sense of safety. When you walk into the bathroom and close the door, you have not just left the room. From your cat's internal experience, their safe base has become temporarily unreachable, and the response, the meowing, the paw under the door, the weight pressed against the wood, is not manipulation. It is the attachment system doing exactly what it was built to do: close the distance to the safe person as quickly as possible. The reason this feels so persistent, so focused, so immune to being ignored is because it is coming from one of the oldest and most fundamental drives in mammalian biology. It is not a preference, it is a need. Think about what that means for a second. Every time your cat waits outside that door, patient, certain, completely committed to your return, they are expressing the same thing a child expresses when they sit by the window watching for a parent to come home. You are who they wait for. 3. the most interesting room in the house. Here's a reason that surprises people, because it has nothing to do with you specifically and everything to do with what the bathroom actually is from a cat's perspective. Running water, the smell of soap, shampoo, products that change daily, warm steam that carries scent differently than dry air, surfaces that are cool to the touch in summer and hold warmth in winter, a small enclosed space with excellent sightlines to the door, a room that gets reorganized, restocked, and used in ways that change its smell profile every single day. For a creature whose primary interface with the world is chemical, whose nose processes information at a sensitivity roughly 14 times greater than ours, the bathroom is one of the most information-rich environments in the entire home. Research on feline olfactory behavior published in the journal Chemical Senses found that cats actively seek out novel scent environments and show significantly elevated exploratory behavior in spaces where smell profiles change frequently. The bathroom, with its rotating cast of products and its daily transformation from dry to steam-filled and back, qualifies as a continuously novel olfactory space. Your cat isn't just following you, they're following you to the room that always has something new in it. And when they sit on the bathroom mat and watch you move around the space, that focused, calm, analytical observation, they are reading the room the way you might flip through a book, taking in information, building a picture, updating the map. As someone who pays close attention to how cats hold themselves in different environments, the posture they adopt in bathrooms is genuinely distinctive. The body lower, more compact, the nose slightly lifted, the eyes tracking slowly rather than darting. It's not predatory alertness, it's deep, quiet interest, a cat entirely absorbed in something they find worth understanding.
And if this is making you see your cat's bathroom visits differently, if you're going from, "Why won't they leave me alone?" to, "Oh, this is actually something," that's the shift this channel exists to create. Every week, we take a behavior that looks ordinary or silly on the surface and show you what's actually underneath it, because understanding your animal changes everything about how you love them. Subscribe if that's something you want more of. New videos every Tuesday and Friday. Now, point 4. Point 4. Guarding you at your most vulnerable. This is the reason people find strangest, and the one that once you sit with it is hard to let go of. When you are in the bathroom, you are doing something that, from an evolutionary standpoint, looks extremely vulnerable. You are stationary, partially or fully undressed, focused on something other than your surroundings, with your senses partially occupied. You are, in the most literal sense, not watching your back. Cats in the wild, and cats retain these instincts fully, regardless of how domestic their lives are acutely sensitive to vulnerability in the members of their group. Mother cats guard their kittens most intensely when the kittens are immobile or engaged in feeding. Bonded cats will often position themselves near a companion who is sleeping, grooming, or otherwise occupied. The behavior is not random, it is deliberate, protective proximity. Ethological research on feline social behavior, including field studies comparing feral colony dynamics with domestic multi-cat households, consistently documents that cats position themselves near group members during moments of reduced environmental awareness. They are, in the language of behavioral science, acting as a sentinel. Your cat sitting on the bath mat while you shower is not intruding. They are standing watch. They have assessed that this is the moment you are least able to monitor your own environment, and they have quietly decided that someone should. That is not a small thing. That is a cat who has included you in the group they feel responsible for. That is a cat who, in their own language, is saying, "I have you." The body language here is worth noticing if you haven't already. The tail still, the posture relaxed but upright, the ears oriented toward the door, not toward you. They're not watching you, they're watching the entrance. That's a guard. That's love with a job to do. I said at the beginning I was saving the most important one for last. Here it is. Your cat follows you to the bathroom every morning. They wait outside, or inside if you let them, while you go through the same sequence of things you always do. Wash your face, brush your teeth, the particular sounds, smells, and movements of your morning routine. And then you leave, and the day begins. From your perspective, this is just something that happens, a cat that happens to be underfoot while you get ready. From your cat's perspective, this is one of the most important moments of their day. Research on feline stress and behavioral stability, including landmark work by veterinary behaviorist Dr. Sharon Crowell Davis on routine and predictability in domestic cats, found that cats with consistent, predictable daily schedules showed dramatically lower cortisol levels, fewer anxiety behaviors, and stronger affiliative responses toward their owners than cats in unpredictable environments. The single most stabilizing factor in a domestic cat's life is not space, not enrichment, not diet. It is routine, the reliable sequence of events that tells them the world is the same as it was yesterday. Everything is still in order. My person is still here. Your morning bathroom visit is part of that sequence. Your cat has memorized it, the sounds of it, the timing of it, the smell of it, the particular way you move through the space, and the moment you emerge and the day becomes real. They follow you there not just because the door bothers them, not just because they're curious, not just because they want to guard you, though all of those things are true. They follow you there because that room, that routine, that small, ordinary window of time every morning is part of how they know that today is going to be okay. You are their evidence that the world is stable, and the bathroom, of all places, is where they come to collect that evidence every single day. When I think about what to draw when I think about this, it's not the door or the paw under the gap or the wide, patient eyes. It's something quieter than that. It's a cat sitting completely still in a small, warm room, watching someone they love move through the same motions they moved through yesterday. Not afraid, not anxious, just present. Certain that this person will be here again tomorrow. Certain that this moment, ordinary as it is, means the world is all right. That's what they're doing in there. That's what they've been doing every morning. You just didn't know yet what to call it. Your cat isn't following you to the bathroom because they're clingy. They're following you because you are the evidence that their world is safe, because the door bothers them, because the room is endlessly interesting, because you are vulnerable and they have quietly decided that someone should stay close. And because your morning routine, those small, ordinary, unremarkable minutes, is the part of their day that tells them everything they need to know. Tomorrow morning, when the paw appears under the door, you'll know what it means now. If this changed how you'll feel tomorrow morning when your cat follows you in, I'm really glad. Drop a comment and tell me, does your cat follow you to the bathroom? Do they wait patiently, or do they make their feelings about the closed door very clear? I read every single one. Your stories honestly make this worth making. If you're not subscribed yet, come join us. Every Tuesday and Friday on the Pet Canvas, we go a little deeper into the animals who share our lives. There's a video right there I think you'll love next. See you soon!